Well, hello everybody. It is Thursday, April 2nd, 2026, and we are back with the Randomizer streams. If you can believe it, it's been about a year since I've done a Randomizer stream, a proper one, let alone played two-handed solo. And that is how I started my channel. The very first video I did was a two-handed solo Randomizer stream, and we are back to it. So happy to have you guys here. This also means the return of the actual Randomizer League, which I'll talk about in a little bit, in case not familiar. But happy to be back here. A couple things. If you didn't see, I did a big announcement post in the Discord about a bunch of stuff that's going on, including the tournament that is starting next week that Kyla is running, the spring tournament. I think last time I checked, there's about 111 people, and not just people, 111 people or teams of two signed up to play. If you haven't signed up for the tournament, it's a ton of fun. Take all experience levels welcome. All you need is the core set, the original core set, and at least 2 expansions, and then the setups will be built around what you actually own. It's totally fun. Go to the Discord to enter the tournament and check that out. What else? The Randomized League is returning. Some other stuff I talked about. Trying to finish up the tier list ratings. Check out the Clug releases and all that. But yeah, we are back. So let me talk about how the randomizer works, just in case folks might not be familiar. First of all, here's the last setup. Do you remember the last setup that we played before before we stopped? It was this one. And if you want to do a headcanon, this is you could think this is a reason why it went away for a while, because it was Epic Onslaught. And Epic Onslaught, I think, was rated, if not one of the toughest, if not the toughest mastermind in the entire game out of everybody. So you could say that he kind of scared me away for a year, which is, I think, totally justifiable if you think about it. So the way it works is, I don't know what I'm going to play yet. I'm going to randomize the setup right here on the stream for you, and I'm going to get the cards and play it and see how I do. I get 2 chances to play, and then this setup will be on Legendary Leagues immediately, so you can actually jump on and play it yourself. You only get 1 chance to play because you don't have to deal with eliminating them from the pool. If I win the setup, then the Mastermind and the Scheme are eliminated from the pool. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, the Mastermind and Scheme are eliminated from the pool, and I can't randomize those again. I already went through every single Mastermind in the game and beat them, and so they all got put back into the pool. Schemes we're still going through, so I think there's about 70 or so that we haven't beaten yet. If you go to league.bageltopgames.com, you can see all the stats for which Masterminds have been defeated, which Schemes have been defeated. As far as villains, henchmen, heroes, the way it works is after they've appeared 10 more times than any other hero or villain or master or henchman, they are eliminated from the pool. So for example, Storm has been pulled 10 times for setups, and there's still heroes that haven't been selected, so they're at a 0. Therefore, Storm's going to be removed from the pool until all heroes have shown up at least once. We only have 2 heroes eliminated that way, Storm and Avengers Nova from Into the Cosmos. We've got the Sentinels from the core set for henchmen. No villains yet. I think the highest percentage, the highest appearance rate is 7 for any villains. But everybody else is still in. There's several heroes, villains, and henchmen that have never made an appearance. Some schemes that have never made an appearance, of course. And I think that's it. That's all I got to say. I did make a change that I said in the Discord that I'm going to stop doing Setup B. Setup B was a thing I did, I think, for the beginning of the Randomizer League, or maybe I started a little bit after, where for folks who might not have the sets that, all the sets that are needed for the Randomizer game, I built a second setup that uses the sets from the Mastermind and Scheme. But I went and did a data analysis of the last 20 setups that were played, and turns out pretty much everybody who plays Setup B also plays Setup A, and there were only maybe a couple people each time. On average, a couple people, I think 2.5 was the average of people who just played B. And so I'm just going to make things easier on myself and just do A. If you don't have the sets to play A, you can skip that week. There's a lot of stuff going on. The tournament's going on. There's all kinds of leagues going on at any given time. So I hope you don't mind on that one. But that's it, I think. And yeah, I see Gambit mentioned in the chat. Gambit is kind of funny because he's never shown up at a randomizer game, and he's from the core set. And we're going to get a new Gambit soon. We got a teaser of a new Gambit from 2nd edition. So if he doesn't show up before 2nd edition releases and the time I allow after that for people to get it before I switch over to second edition in the randomizer. If he doesn't show up, he never will. So hopefully he does. Okay. All my blabbering aside, I think I'm ready to start this thing. I do not know what I'm going to be playing. Before I start this, I want to mention a couple of folks who have subbed. First, Mr. Where is he? Where am I? Oh, I was reading them wrong. Okay, GTO Gaming, thank you for 53 months. 53-month celebration of subs on here, and it's my 47th birthday. Everybody wish a very happy 47th birthday to GTO Gaming. Thank you very much for the Prime sub and all of the years at this point of subs. And then, Jolt, thank you for the hello 44 months. I appreciate that. And, oh, I can see streak data on Twitch. Looks like Montax is a 3-stream streak. Good job, Montax, on that one. Okay, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, let me know. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's been a while since I played two-handed solo, so hopefully I remember, not just remember the rules, but subconsciously remember how to do this, because I've been playing solo, What If Solo this whole time, and I really, really like it. If you haven't tried What If Solo, try it. It's really, really good. I think it's the best version of solo, and it is now my favorite way to play, but I do also like two-handed solo, of course, so we're going to see what happens. So all I got to do is go over to Legendary Leagues. By the way, if you put in !setup into the chat, you get a link to the Legendary Leagues page where you can watch and play along. I'm happy to have the randomizer back too. I say that now and I haven't randomized it yet, so I could be up against something very scary. So this magic button makes the setup show up and refresh in real time. So I'm going to hide it again. I'm going to hit create match on Legendary Leagues, and then I'm going to press the button, and you should be able to see what I'm going to play. You're going to have to talk amongst yourselves once I do, because I'm going to have to go retrieve the cards. You know how it is with physical games. So here we go. It's been a year. There is a chance we can get Epic Onslaught again, because obviously I didn't defeat him. But we'll see. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Odin pulls Earth into medieval times. Could have been a lot worse. We got the CSA Special Marshals and Sinister 6. He always has his always leads, of course. Then Crystal got Marrow. We got a Weapon X hero, Rictor, Silver Surfer, and Venomized Doctor Strange. What an eclectic group of heroes there. Very interesting. I think this is gonna be too tough, but you can tell me in chat how you think this is gonna go. Who's gonna be the VIP? Let me go ahead and grab these cards. Be right back. Okay. Where's Odin? Oh, and you can see my cool little card boxes there. Yeah, Marrow's very fun. Does this scheme use tokens? I don't think so. So we got the Asgardian Warriors with Chivalrous Duel, which will be interesting. There's the scheme. Woo! Jolt, thank you for supporting on Coffee. I appreciate that. I didn't see the thing pop up, but I heard it. I don't know what tier you got. I couldn't see, but you might be able to be part of my setups now. Okay. CSA Special Marshals. And the Sinister 6. By the way, anybody is more than welcome to proxy any of these cards if you don't actually have them to play them on your own. You just have to use the actual card effects, you know? Let's grab these heroes. Crystal's a ton of fun. Oh my gosh, you became a Bigletop Mastermind. That's awesome. That means you get to be... if you at the Bigletop Mastermind level, you get to become a sidekick or officer, a wound or a bystander, a hero in my starting deck, and you get to submit a setup for me to play every month as a solo setup. That's very exciting. All right, thank you very much. Marrow. Very cool hero from Weapon X. There's Rictor, another favorite of mine. Okay, where's the Surfer? Silver Surfer is undervalued, I think. Oh, this is cool. I'm very happy that we pulled Venomized Doctor Strange. Because, check this out. This Venomized Doctor Strange is one that Ant Dude got signed for me by the artist at New York Comic Con. So I'm very happy to be using him today. That's very cool. Thank you again, Ant Dude, for that. All right, now I got to build everything. And I'll do that here. So you can just look at the setup. Yeah, Warp Speed is one of the best cards in the game. His uncommon, not so great. But that's the best part about Legendary. You don't have to worry about all the cards. So, one thing that I have to unlearn, not necessarily unlearn, but in solo, whenever you play a Scheme Twist, you tuck a hero to the bottom of the hero deck from the HQ, and that is something you do not do in More Than One Player. And that is nice to tuck those cards that you might not want to the bottom, like Silver Surfer's Uncommon. But, yeah, I'm very happy. Very happy to be doing this again. A lot of cards in the deck. I noticed a lot of... oh, let me talk about the DC stuff. So, we don't know exactly when DC is going to release. It looks like it's going to be releasing this year. However, in preparation for Legendary DC, because I'm much more of a Marvel person than a DC person, I am hosting a rewatch or watch of the original Justice League animated series. We're watching one storyline one story a week, so often that is 2 or 3 episodes. You can actually stream it for free on Tubi, it appears. So if you'd like to join us for that, check out the Discord. I made a new DCU channel. And yeah, a lot of us are talking about it every week, myself included. So please join us. If you think you're going to pick up Legendary DC at all, it'll be a helpful thing to do. I've already got reminded of some heroes some characters I didn't even pay attention to the first time. Yeah, come join us over there. Oh, I didn't grab the Henchmen. What was wrong with me? Now, Odin is not too tough of a Mastermind, but this scheme always makes things a little tougher. It feels so weird not to use only 4 Henchmen this time. So Legendary League, shout out to Travel Size for his amazing website, Legendary Leagues. One of my favorite parts about this is that it gives you the villain deck content, so no thinking involved. Got the villains there. And let me do, just for flavor, I'll do the command strikes because we are using a commander and Odin is on them, so kind of weird not to do that. Teaching his son a lesson. 9 twists. Let's use the Scarlet Witch ones because, man, these are the best. And 2 bystanders. Yeah, I think I have to think that the characters in the DC core set were somewhat inspired by the animated series because they're all there pretty much. Although that is the main Justice League anyway, so you know. But specifically the version of Flash and Green Lantern that I used are the same. I don't know. Please correct me, I'm not a DC person that much, but I've seen most of the animated stuff. Chivalrous Duel, I think, is one of the most flavorful keywords, in my opinion. It can be very frustrating, but I do enjoy the challenge of building around it. Other thing Legendary Leagues does, it shows you the max turn count, so maximum of 42 turns here, and the max VP is 91, not counting any additional bystanders you could rescue that would make it go all the way up to 294 or something crazy like that. DC feels like it has a more steady core of heroes than Marvel does. You know what I realized? Marvel has so many more catchphrases that characters say than DC says. What is a catchphrase that one of the DC characters says? I know Batman has his things, but those are mostly because of promos that were played on the show. He didn't really say them that often on the show. Marvel's full of catchphrases. It's either clobbering time or Hulk smash or all kinds of stuff. He just says who he is. Remember he said it's Batman time, then he Batmans all over the place. I haven't gotten to that episode yet. All right, I swear we are ready just about for our overview. Off the cuff, that's accurate. Yeah, the oath is more, I don't really count that as a catchphrase. It's more, you know, it's the oath. But, you know, there's no Avengers Assemble or anything. Speaking of Jalt, I'm pretty sure Jalt's the one who got me these 2014 Gen Con Versus System style commanders. Thank you again for that. These are very, very cool. Okay, I'm going to hide the setup here, and you can look at it any time by putting in exclamation setup, and that should work. All right, so our mastermind today is Odin. He's actually a commander, but don't tell him. He always leads the Asgardian warriors, and he gets +1 attack for each Asgardian warrior in the city and escape pile. Command strike. Each player puts an Asgardian warrior from their victory pile into an empty city space. Any player who cannot do so gains a bindings. Ooh, that's right. I gotta get the bindings ready. Because I might need to use those. Because I go with what the cards say. As far as schemes, I go with what the or the board. I go with what the scheme says. Here's my big box of bindings. I'll get these ready off screen. He's not super tough. If I can take care of those Asgardian warriors, he goes down pretty quick. But the scheme's going to make that a bit tougher because it's Pull Earth at Medieval Times. We got 9 twists in here. I hope I put 9 in. I'm pretty sure I did. And twist 1 to 6 until the start of your next turn. All villains and masterminds everywhere have chivalrous duel, which means that you can only fight them with attack points that are generated from the same hero name. Twist 7 to 9, each player puts a villain from the victory pile into the escape pile. Evil wins when 3 villains per player have escaped. Now for a bit more logistics, I have to type some things. So we got 5 strikes. I'm just going to leave it saying master strikes because that's fine. They're interchangeable. There are only 9 twists. And I have to track escapes. I hope I don't get any, but let me just track those. Escapes. And I lose at 3 plus 3. Let's update that. Well, yeah, Teen Titans had plenty of catchphrases. It was more of a, you know, it was a cartoon. Not the other one wasn't a cartoon, but very, very catchphrasey show. Okay. It would be funny, though, if the DC core set has a Booyah card for him, even though that's not really the same version of Cyborg. All right. You can let me know what you think my chances are as I get my hands ready. I've got my left-hand side. So, Jolt, start thinking about what cards you want to represent yourself as. Right now, I've got Mr. Giraffe Patrol as an agent, and Montax as an agent. You can pick agent or trooper. And then you can pick bystander or wound, and then you can pick officer or sidekick you might pop up as too. Just a little thank you for helping to support all the stuff I'm doing here. All right, and we got the what if cards on the right. I'm excited to do this. It's been a while. Please forgive me if I mess up a two-handed solo rule, but I'm more likely to mess up an actual card rule than anything else, I think. If you haven't watched in a while, there's some changes. I've got the end play and hand markers. I've got attack and recruit here on the screen instead of on dice. Hopefully that's an acceptable change. So far, I think it's working out pretty well. Okay, it's a trooper in my first hand because I flipped it over. So let's just check it out. Left-hand side is going to have a 4 and 2 at the beginning. And right-hand side is going to have... Oh, look at that. Whoa. It's a 3 and 3. So, my first thought is I could hit a henchman, but that's only in solo where you start the city with henchmen in what if solo, but I might not get anything I can hit. So we'll see. Yeah, the hero deck feels, I gotta say, it feels massive having 2 extra heroes in here. 2 more heroes than I'm used to. But let's give everything else a quick shuffle, and then we'll start. Got spots for my victory piles on the left and right. And so far, everything is running smoothly. All right, our HQ. Here we go. We have Venomized Doctor Strange complete the Grand Ritual. Very fun. Osteogenesis Marrow. Hyperadaptive Skeleton Marrow. Earth, Air, Fire, and Water Crystal. And Elemental Princess Crystal. Already some tough decisions. Based on whichever card I pick first, it's kind of going to dictate the build. But again, I'm playing two-handed solo, so I can do two different strategies. Boy, it's been a while since I've done this. All right, here we go. Let's begin this game. Odin pulls Earth into medieval times. I don't know why he'd do that. Maybe to make Earth a little more like Asgard. A little selfish of him, but it's Odin we're talking about. I shouldn't be surprised. Here we go. Turn 1. All right, the button worked. That's a good sign. So I got to put him over here. Hopefully I get used to that. Okay, first card played is Moonstone from CSA Special Marshals from Civil War. Her fight effect is each other player discards 2 cards, then draws a card. It'd be nice to do a refresh that way. Can't fight her with just with 4 or with 3. I need 4. Speaking of 4, I have 4 recruit. There are 2 cards I can take from the HQ. Let's look at those. We've got Hyper Skeleton Marrow, and this is a cool one. For all your heroes' Berserk abilities this turn, you get the Berserk cards printed recruit, just like you get their printed attack and then strength Berserk. One thing about two-handed solo is you're less confident that a certain hero's cards will appear. So I could get this and then plan to build a Berserk deck, but I might not be able to see as many of the cards as I want. However, I do have a Marrow here, and Berserk, I have some high attack values, so that's great. Yeah, Weapon X will appear in the tournament. More people have it, I think, this time than the last tournament, and I love it as a set. So hopefully Kyla's listening. My other option is Crystal's Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. This is the one that wants all 4 non-tech hero classes. That gives you 3 extra attack, and you kind of want to mix, which is good for a randomizer because I can just pick up some various things and that'll work. So definitely on one side I want to pick that up. So the right-hand side has 3 recruit. So I think what I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to pick up Marrow's Hyper-Adaptive Skeleton for 2. Maybe another 2 cost will come up. Maybe not. I can get a sidekick. And we'll try to build a Berserk deck if we can, because that's always fun. So let's see what takes its place. Nope, it's Bone Shards, though, so I am seeing a lot of Marrow. That's good. So for my 2 recruit, let's get a sidekick. And it's going to be Rusty Firefist Collins, who can thin my deck a little. So I'm happy about that. So far, so good. We got another 4 and 2 coming up. But on this side, there we are. Turn 2 gives us Penance. If you know who that is. Penance gets +1 attack for each villain in your victory pile. This is a great card to show up early, especially with enough attack to take him out, because there are no villains in my victory pile yet. So let's go ahead and fight him. I'll play all 3 attack, and we're gonna just straight up fight Penance. I don't get any bonus from it, but I do get him out of here for 2. And it's a VP for the right-hand side, which is welcome. And then I've got 3 recruit to work with. So I do want to save Bone Shards Marrow for the left-hand side. She needs that X-Force trigger to work, but I'm going to have to take Crystal, and so I think I have my roadmap here. Left-hand side is going Berserk, right-hand side is going Crystal multi-class. Technically not multi-class, that's not the term for it, but many classes. All non-tech classes. Not a lot of tech in this setup anyway, so I think that's going to work. Hopefully the Grand Ritual is going to be kind of out of place, but I guess I could Berserk it. Ooh, Cauldron of the Cosmos, another 2-coster. I don't know where those are going to fit. Maybe they'll be helpful for Crystal. Okay. Yeah, the Avatar deck. Okay, there's the next hand over there. Look at how much time there is to just put the cards down. But I gotta keep straight things, or I'm gonna make mistakes. Turn 3 is our first Master Strike / Command Strike. Okay. This is bad. Each player puts a Asgardian warrior from their victory pile into an empty city space. Any player cannot do so. Gains binding. So neither side can do that because none have showed up. Again, I guess he's a little tougher in two-player this way. So 2 bindings go out. Let me show you what a binding does, in case you don't know, because it's not good. So here's what a binding is. So it's like a wound, however, no healing effect. It has a betrayal effect. If you don't recruit any heroes or defeat any villains or masterminds on your turn, you may KO a binding from your hand. If you do, the player to your right gains all the other bindings from your hand. So you can only KO 1 at a time, which is not great. but I'll gain it because I have to. One on each side. But that's where that ends. There's some KO, but yeah, not a lot. Okay. So I'm at 2 attack and 4 recruit. Ooh, I think I caught something. I gotta change the settings. So I added a button to clear the points when I change solo turns, but I didn't do it for my two-handed. So give me a second, I gotta update that. Otherwise it's gonna have, because I saw the 1 attack carried over. If I don't do that, it's gonna do that every time, and it's gonna really annoy me. So let me do a quick copy paste. Give me 1 second into my OBS function. A lot of behind the scenes stuff I do. I have a multi-function set up. Oh, actually, it's called a multi-action that switches turns and then cancels the counter. And again, if I don't set it up right now, I'm gonna have to manually do it, and I don't want to do that. So just bear with me, and that should do it. All right. Hopefully it works when I switch turns next time. All right. So I got 4 recruit, 2 attack. Can't fight anything for that. This is my Berserk side. I did get a Doctor Strange Cauldron of the Cosmos, Digest 2, which means if I have 2 cards in my victory pile, draw a card. Don't have any yet. I could take that into Sidekick or something else if it pops up, but I think I'm going to go with Marrow. I'm going to try to get this Berserk stuff to happen, because that would be great if I can. Oh, we got Trace the Fault Lines Rictor. I forgot about Rictor. I forgot he was in this. He's the KO power I need. He'll be nice on the other side. And that's all I can do. That's a full reshuffle. And that's it for the turn. You guys excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day? How about that trailer that we saw a bit ago? I think they're hiding stuff from us in that trailer. Okay, I drew Marrow, which... Oh, I got both Marrow cards. Okay, that should be a good turn. Let's see if it clears the icons. Clear them. It did it. Okay, sweet. I did the thing. We'll have to see if it does it on the other way around. Yeah, finally, Scorpion appeared. It's so funny. Scorpion appeared again in the MCU before he appeared again in Legendary. We're gonna see him in second edition, but it's not out yet. Very funny. Okay, turn 4 is Venom. Speaking of, size changing. Oh, that guy in the corner is having a bad day. Look at him. Size changing covert. Escape, fortify the bystander stack. When it's fortified, if a bystander would be rescued from there, KO that bystander instead. I'm gonna try not to let him escape. We got a lot of recruit here this turn. It's 5. And this is the side I have Crystal on. Still a very expensive HQ. I need some recruit, and Cauldron's cool, but I think I'm going with Trace the Fault Lines. He has, but he wasn't very happy with that. Now, getting a hero class trigger in a deck that I'm planning to have many classes is kind of tricky, but I will have that Crystal card that can be any class, so also the KO power will be nice. Oh yeah, a lot of marbles happening. And I think we're all very happy about that. So I'm going to pick up Trace the Fault Lines for 4. And because it's KO a card, right? Yeah, so this can KO bindings, which is fantastic. There we go, another Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. I need her other common, the one that can be any class. Fortunately for me, it's not appearing. Yeah, and then we got Doomsday this year. Is anybody else, and you know, you don't really need to be nervous for a extremely rich and powerful corporation, but is anybody else nervous about how Doomsday is going to do? Because if it doesn't do well, this is like, I know they're going to do Secret Wars, but man, Marvel's been impressive again. The MCU's been impressive again lately. If you didn't watch Wonder Man, that was fantastic. But yeah, we're all on edge because of, you know, they've had some rough phases since the Infinity Saga. I think we can all admit. Okay, turn 5. Shiny Vulture. Look how shiny. This is from the Renditions pack, that Spider-Man Renditions pack that Upper Deck sent me. Thank you again for that. Yeah, I think, so who has IMAX? I heard something that Doomsday couldn't get into IMAX because Dune 3 was there and they might change the date. I don't know anything about that beyond that bit of information, but it'll be a shame if it doesn't get to IMAX. Anyway, so Vulture comes into the city, right there in the sewers. Then he ambushes. If there's a villain on the rooftops or bridge, swap Vulture with one of those villains. He's going to swap with Moonstone. If he escapes, each player reveals an instinct hero or gains a wound. Yeah, so my what's making me feel good about it is the fact that the Russo brothers were not going to come back and do it. Feige said, come back and do this. We really want you to do this again. And they said, no thanks. Robert Downey Jr. said, we want you to come back and do this. And they said no. And then they saw the script. And then they're like, we're coming back and we're in. So that's promising. Of course, we're all going to see it, of course. Anyway. So where are we? I need to press this. So I've got Bone Shards that has Berserk. So we're going to hope we get some troopers in there. We'll play Hyper Adaptive Skeleton first. Actually, we don't have to hope because it says both. So 1 recruit, 1 attack. For all Berserk abilities, I get Berserk printed recruit and a Berserk printed attack. I don't Berserk with this. There's no way they're going to treat him as a one-off, especially because they're not using Kang anymore. They need somebody. And Doom is so integral to Secret Wars, there's no way they're not going to use him for that. Or the Fantastic Four sequel, whatever that is. All right, let's play Bone Shards. So 2 attack with Bone Shards and X-Force Berserk. And I get to Berserk for both recruit and attack, but only 1 Berserk. Top card of my deck is Montax. You got Berserked by Marrow, but you do give me the 1 recruit. Hope you don't take it personally. And 1 attack. All right, that's some decent points. I've got 4 attack and 5 recruit. Let's see who I should hit. So I have to remember to put these down at the bottom so you can see their names. Vulture doesn't give me any bonuses, but but Moonstone does. So do I want the other player to discard 2 and draw 1? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit. If I'm bold enough to discard the Trooper and Crystal, I might get 1 recruit, and that'll give me 6. I can get one of these 6 costers out of there. So I think I'm going to try that. So let's go ahead and fight Moonstone for 4. And hopefully that works out. Right hand, or left hand got some VP here. And her fight effect is, again, discard. Each other player discards 2, draws 1. So let's discard the Shield Trooper. I am going to lose the KO ability, but I'm going to take that risk. So 3, 4, 5. Discard these 2 and draw 1. I hope it has recruit. I hope it's not the bindings. Yes, okay. So next turn on the right hand has 6 recruit. That worked out exactly as I wanted it to. With 5 recruit, I'm in a tricky spot here because, again, I'm trying to build a Berserk deck, but all I've got is 6 costers, and this will be fine to Berserk, but then the right-hand side is going to lose out on this. And then Cauldron of the Cosmos does have draw a card, but if I Berserk it, it's not going to be that great. But Marrow can Berserk for recruit. That's kind of her thing. And I have 1 card in the victory pile there, and I do need some recruits. So I'm gonna take the Cauldron, actually, for 2, and we'll see if something better comes up for 3. Another one. Well, my gut says, actually, I want to take Crystal, but I should probably leave Crystal for the Crystal side of things. These are going to be nice recruit cards once I get another card in my victory pile. I just would hate to Berserk them. But, you know, I'll do it again. There's Massive Earthquake. A terrible card to Berserk. It's got no printed anything. But it's a great card. I can shatter Odin with it. Or all the heroes. First rare to appear in the game. So my next hand, okay, there's the bindings. Gotta plan ahead. So I'm gonna have 3 attack. Oh, I was so close to being able to KO the bindings, but I won't be able to. So, like I said, I've got 6 recruit coming up. And another Venom. He has duplicated himself into the city. So I don't activate Rictor's ability, so I just get straight up 6 recruit. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have some options. I'm pretty sure I want to go with Crystal, like I said. So this has 1 recruited. You may KO one of your cards that isn't one of those classes. I can get rid of a starter this way. And her effect is Gain the Throne's Favor, which nothing else uses. If you already have it, you may spend it to make this card all 4 classes this turn, which is freaking fantastic. 3 attack. My other options are Osteogenesis, Marrow, draw 2 cards, put a card from your hand on top of your deck, helps set us Berserk, better for the left-hand side, which hopefully can get 6 recruit soon. And then Complete the Grand Ritual Strange, that if you played a 4-cost and 2-cost card this turn, you get +2 attack. Also great card to Berserk too, because it's got the 4 printed, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Crystal. I don't think anybody would do anything different. For 6. Really happy I'm building a Crystal deck on my first deck back, or first one half of deck back on these streams. She's a very fun hero. I think in the tier list ratings, it's looking like she's going to be one of the heroes that has the biggest discrepancy between helpfulness level and fun level. Like she's got a puzzle to solve, and she can be a little bit finicky getting that to work, but when you do, it's very fun. And that's a great design. If your hero's not super strong necessarily, but also very fun to play, I think that's the mark of a wonderful design. All right, turn 7. Our first is Guardian Warrior. Okay, good. I can get one into the victory pile this turn. They just have fight, draw a card. Is their thing. So let's start with Rusty here. So investigate your deck for a card that costs 0, KO it or discard it. Unfortunately, Binding is in hand, but I think I have to spare the giraffes. So let's KO the agent. And make sure I'm putting my stuff in my right KO pile. And we'll save the giraffes. We'll go back. They'll go to the bottom. There's only 2 cards left in the deck. Thank you, Rusty. I do have 2 more attacks, so 2 and 3. And I've got 2 agents as well. And this Bindings I can't do anything with unless I want to. I could choose not to attack the Asgardian Warrior and get rid of the Bindings, but I don't think it's worth it. Let's draw a card with the Warrior by fighting it for 3 and giving myself something I can use in case of a Master Strike. Let's draw a card then. It's a Trooper. Okay. Maybe I should have kept the agent, then I would have had 3 recruit. Yeah, that would have been a better play, to actually keep the agent on top. But I was hoping for, I don't know what I was hoping for. I could see almost all my other cards. Yeah, that was kind of, that was a boneheaded move. No offense to Marrow. Okay, so 2. Let's recruit of Lockheed. That's all I can do. And there's the giraffes again. I could have picked up bone shards. But I think I'll have time to take care of everything else. 7 turns already. Yeah, already, just from how it feels, it does feel a lot slower to play this way than what is solo. Those games go very fast. They ramp up quickly because of all their strikes and twists usually hit. The proportion of those is much higher. I got both cauldrons, and I have stuff in my victory pile, so hopefully, if a Master Strike happens and Odin pulls Asgardian Warrior out, then I can't use the cauldron anymore. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I do have 3 attack again, so Henchmen showing up would be great. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted. Another Asgardian Warrior shows up. Now each side is going to have one. Let's go ahead and fight it for 3. I got to spend the 3. I get the 3, I spend the 3, and I take out the Asgardian Warrior. And now we draw, and it's a 4th agent. Cool, so now I've got 4 recruit. Pretty sure I want to go with Crystal again. Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. I would like to get her other card, her other common, but I'll take it for 3. And there's Warp Speed. Again, I forgot about the Surfer. This is one of his best cards. Not bad to take on the left side with Marrow, because if I Berserk it, I still get to recruit if I played her other card. But I don't know. Two, three, four, five. Yep, I got those. Okay, moving on. There's the bindings again. Unfortunately. But I've been doing a decent job with getting some good cards, so I think we'll get by. I think we'll be okay. Okay. Not the best hand. So all I need is for there not to be a Master Strike, and then I can use these Cauldrons. But we'll watch it be a strike. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, a twist. That's fine right now. So twist 1. All villains and masterminds everywhere have Chivalrous Duel. So that means what it says. I wasn't going to fight anything anyway this turn. But if I did, I can only use points from one hero name, which is actually great. I just realized for Marrow, because Berserking makes all the attack her attack. Thank you for the water, Rio Firestar. It was needed. Okay, so now I can actually play the Cauldron of the Cosmos. So 1 recruit and digest 2, draw a card. I have Moonstone and an Asgardian Warrior in my victory pile, so I get to do the thing. I draw the other bindings. Man, these are really annoying. I'll play the second Cauldron of the Cosmos to draw 1 more card. And that's almost enough recruit to do something. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6 total. Actually, that is exactly enough recruit to do something. Great. So guess what? I can actually take Osteogenesis. 1 printed recruit, 2 printed attack, draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. It's going to be great. I could, again, take the Grand Ritual, but these decks are so focused. I didn't expect them to be focused around specific heroes so early. And there's Unearthotonic Power. Investigate for a card that's recruit, that's range and or instinct. Don't quite know where Rictor fits in here yet. But he fits in somewhere, I'm sure. Okay, I got her Berserk. I'm not actually going to get to Berserk. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack if I want it. And I should start managing the city, because if I was playing for the League, I wouldn't want any escapes. I also don't want any escapes for the scheme, mind you. Not that I'm too worried about losing to that. Next card is Bullseye. A lot of villains here. So Bullseye's got fight, KO one of your heroes with a recruit icon, and escape. Each player KOs one of their heroes that has printed attack of 2 or more. Nasty escape effect. I do like the fight effect. City's getting scary, and I can't fight anything again. So I'm thinking this turn these bindings are really getting annoying, so I think I'm going to actually... I could recruit Warp Speed this turn, which is very, very, very tempting, but I think I'm going to take this opportunity to get rid of the bindings before it hurts me anymore, so I'm going to choose not to attack and recruit, and I'll get rid of the bindings. Alright, this Elemental Princess. Unfortunately, I can't do the thing until I have the Throne's Favor for the first time. But I do have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks, so I should be able to clear the city in the next couple of turns. Chivalrous Duel aside, which is not in effect anymore, of course. Turn 11. Amy is here for the return of the Randomizer League, because of course she is. And Bullseye captures her, and I don't really feel bad about it. Alright, so I have Marrow's Berserk for recruit and attack card, but I'm not going to do any Berserk, so this just gives me, if I can pick these cards up, 1 of each value, and I'm just going to get straight up values in this. 1 attack, 2 attack, 3, 4 attack, if I choose to play Locky, which I think I will, and 2 recruit. And yeah, I'm going to hit Vulture, because it's the only thing I can hit. Although Side Staging Covert, I don't get through that now, but I got to remember that. So Vulture doesn't have a fight effect, so we'll just take him out for 4. And he will help me. Those Doctor Strange cards will now guaranteed to work, even if the Mastermind steals his Henchmen back. Now, I'm going to take Bone Shards for 3. because of course I am. I'm really excited to be building a powerful Berserk deck over here. There it is, Master the 4 Elements. That's what I was waiting for. You choose Strength, Instinct, Covert, or Range. This card is only that hero class this turn. Draw a card. Need that to trigger Crystal's other things. Okay. So far, so good, and that's a reshuffle now. I just need some more Marrow cards, and I can do more Berserking. Excited to see, again, Weapon X stuff in the first game returning. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Nope, nothing else for her to work with. My Crystal's doing fine over here right now. Turn 12, another Asgardian warrior comes in. Okay. So we'll play Elemental Princess. We have to do this at some point. So 3 attack. Did I forget to KO one of my cards when I recruited her? I think I did. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think I got 1 KO. Maybe I didn't. No, that was from Rusty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I forgot to do that. So I'm going to do that now retroactively from my discard pile. I'm pretty sure I had an agent in my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and KO that. I should have done that when I recruited her. Anyway, so now I gain the throne's favor. Here's my little throne. I'm going to put that over here on the right-hand side, and hopefully it won't get in the way of stuff. There we go. I can spend it later when she shows up again. I need more space down here because this is poking up. Hold on, let me do some pushing things around. Okay, there we go. Now, Earth, Air, Fire, and Water are not going to activate because I don't have all 4 classes, but I do get the raw attack, so that's going to be 2 more attack, and 2 more on top of that, and then a Shield Trooper on top of that, and then 2 Recruit. So I'm at 8 attack, which is great. I do have 1 Covert, so size changing on these enemies reduces their attack by 2. So they're actually at 6. So I can hit either Venom for 6, or I can hit Bullseye for 6. But if I do that, he's going to put the Copycat into the city, and the city won't get any smaller. I do get a KO if I do that. But I think the smartest thing to do here is to fight a Venom for 6, so they don't escape. So we'll take out the 1 on the rooftops, or the right-hand side. And that's all I can do fighting-wise. Recruit-wise, can't do much either, so we're going to get a sidekick for our 2. They're at 5. I misspoke, yes. Doesn't affect me here. They are at 5. I can't do simple math. You know this. Okay, Zabu's here for some KOs, which is great. I need those KOs desperately. And okay, I think you guys you're right. I added 1 instead of subtracted 1. I had 8 attack, and yes, I spent 5, so I should have 3 left. You know what? It's too late. I've already discarded my cards, so I'm just gonna leave it there because I liked how that Asgardian warrior looked. Technically, I didn't break any rules. I just didn't fight as much as I could, so if I make a mistake like that, I'm totally fine with it. One of the things that makes the game kind of fun. An oversight. Makes me have to work harder. Alright, that's a lot of recruit coming up, which is good. If I points maxed my games, how much fun is that? Turn 13 is Shocker coming in with his ambush. Each player reveals an instinct hero or discards a card. Ouch. I don't have an instinct here. Let me do some quick math. I can afford to discard a trooper, so I will. And then on the right-hand side, no instinct cards again. I've got, yeah, the trooper won't do anything. City's gonna get kind of cramped, but I'll do my best. I've got 1, 2, 3. So now I'll fight the warrior that I should have fought last time, but if I didn't, I wouldn't have had anything to fight this turn, so it kind of worked out. Actually, saving this to draw a card over here for more recruit, not a bad idea, actually. So maybe it worked out for the best. So I will draw a card. We'll see if it worked out. It kind of did. No, but I want crystal on the other side, but I did get 4 recruit. That's pretty cool. What do I do with it? I don't know. I've got warp speed. It's nice to have a warp speed. Honestly, though, Master of the 4 Elements is not bad for this side either. Although I don't really have many hero class triggers. I have one for Berserk with Marrow. But I am just trying to build that Berserk deck. I'm at that point. I think if I take warp speed, it'll be fine if I Berserk it with Marrow's common. But if I don't, I can just keep drawing cards and trying to feed out some more Berserks and spend my recruit points on things. So I'm going to take a warp speed over here. Surprising myself. And there we go, Underground Cave-In. Or I can shatter a villain in the sewers. That'll be useful for how full the city is getting. Does anybody else think that Odin should have also powered up the Asgardian warriors themselves? Kind of like how Ultron does, and I think kind of how the new Doctor Doom does. Does he power up the Doom bots in 2nd edition? All right, cool. I got some draw coming up. Turn 14. Only got 5 cards thanks to Shocker. Definitely good for an Epic Odin. Turn 14 gives us another Asgardian warrior. Yeah, I'm really feeling the low saturation of strikes and twists. I know that is just because of my shuffle and the scheme I'm using. There's only 9 of them, but, well, I guess 9's a lot. But there's 8 more henchmen. Actually, there's 8 more henchmen that are normally in there, and there are 8 more villains as well. So 16 additional cards that aren't strikes or twists, and 1 more bystander, by the way. Yeah, that's an easy thing to forget. It's hard to remember with Apocalypse. Anyway, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit. I feel like I've seen this before, but I got options. I can complete the Grand Ritual over here to get the other 6 coster out of there. And I might be able to trigger this effect. I've got Tectonic Power Rictor, which can investigate for specific classes. Love the art of a Sinister in the front there. But I do have Master of the 4 Elements, a card I really do want to take. And it'll help me get the rare Rictor over here at some point. And I'd rather just go to the left-hand side. So I'm going to actually take Crystal for 4, even though I can afford more. And a sidekick, it seems. Prodigy, who is a class I don't need, but he becomes another card, so that's fine. These turns go quick. I gotta say, it's I used to do, I would play the right-hand cards over here, left-hand cards are all over the place. So having the in-play section on the right-hand side is, I can feel it, my subconscious trying to trip me up that way. So far, so good, though. I haven't shuffled in the wrong card to the wrong discard pile yet. Turn 15. Twist! Which is not great. All villains and masterminds everywhere have Chivalrous Duel. Now, as far as my current hand, I can't fight an Asgardian warrior, but I can try to get some more points. So I got 2 options here for my starting card, I think. I can draw a card, or I can draw 2, put 1 on top. I think draw 2, put 1 on top is better. Actually, it doesn't really matter. If I draw 2, put 1 on top, then unless something else can do stuff with that. I should probably draw first and then make that decision, because I could draw something that's going to affect that. So let's play Strange first for 1 recruit and digest 2, draw a card. So I draw into the bindings. All right, cool. I guess I'm glad I drew that now. We'll try Osteogenesis. So 1 and 2 attack. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Draw 2. Ooh. Too bad I can't keep both of these. Which one do I want to keep? I can trigger the Berserk this turn if I take Bone Shards. Oh yeah, I can. It's put a card from your hand on top of your deck. It's not put one back. So I can take them both, obviously. I knew that from the start. And I could put the bindings on there to get rid of it. If I put the bindings on there, I'll still get the attack from the Trooper because I'll play it. So honestly, it doesn't matter what I put back on top. Because I'm going to either play it or Berserk into it. So I'm just going to put the bindings back on top because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. All right. That's great. So... oh yeah, the Chivalrous Duel part. I already have 4 attack with Marrow. I guess that does put me in a more advantageous situation because there's 1 more attack coming from Marrow. Which means, you know what? I gotta slow down. I gotta keep track of how much attack Marrow's generating by herself because otherwise I'm gonna forget. So I'll do that up here. No, let's do an attack, a red die. So I got 2 attack from Marrow, from Osteogenesis. I will put the Trooper on top. And then we'll go with, slow it down a bit. So I get Recruit and attack for Berserk, and I do get a Berserk because it triggers the power. That's 3 total attack from Marrow. So I Berserk away the Trooper with this, which is going to give me a 4th attack from Marrow. All I have is 4 attack anyway, so far. I got Bone Shards, 2 more attack from Marrow, so up to 6, and I Berserk once more, which is going to Berserk Doctor Strange, who gives me 1 Recruit from Marrow, but doesn't really matter. And then I've got 1 attack not from Marrow and 2 Recruit. Okay, so I have 6 Chivalrous attack, so I could hit Bullseye, but again, if I do, he's gonna put in Amy, and the right-hand side has decent attack, actually. I don't have Size Changing for Venom. I have 7 total attack, which is not enough to hit both Shocker and the Warrior, especially given that. You know what? I have enough attack power next turn. I can afford to hit Bullseye, I think. And I get to thin the deck a little, which I want to do. So I will spend 6 attack from Marrow to... It's a Marrow versus Bullseye Chivalrous Duel, and Marrow's going to win, and I get to KO one of my heroes with the Recruit icon. And, Chivalrous Duel next turn, I have 3 from a Trooper, so I can hit a Asgardian Warrior. I have 4 from Crystal, so pretty good. So I'm going to take that out, and we'll get rid of an Agent from Bullseye. And Amy comes into the city as a 3-attack villain with Fight, KO one of your heroes. I can hit her instead with Chivalrous Duel next turn if I need to. So I do need to. So let me clarify. Chivalrous Duel is active for until my next turn as the left-hand player. So Chivalrous Duel is activated for the right-hand turn. And I'm realizing right now I'm turning this sideways so I can indicate that, otherwise I will forget. I need like a Chivalrous Duel token or something so I don't have to do that. But that's my simple solution right now. I do have 6 Recruit. Double check, yep. 1 Berserk and 2 out here. So I can take another Osteogenesis, which is wonderful. So I'll take that for 6. And Rictor's in place. Okay. I'm going to shuffle again for my new turn. Watch me shuffle the bindings in one more time. So the way this can go is I can keep pulling a Scheme Twist every 1 or 2 turns, and then I won't be able to fight anything, and that is what gets things very scary. The scheme is less annoying in solo, even though there's a higher ratio of twist to other things, but it does reset every turn. If you play this with 5 players... Oh yeah, Lockheed's done. I don't know what he was trying to do, sneaking in there. Thank you for sending the magical dragon away. He's just an alien, it's not magical. But don't tell him I said that. On to turn 16. Let's see if I can do anything. Howard Stark? getting captured by the shape-shifted copycat. Alright. Lucky he learned how to meow. Well, here's what I got. I have 4 attack from Crystal and 3 attack from Troopers. So 7 total. I can fight the Asgardian warrior and the copycat, both chivalrously, which is fantastic. So the Troopers are going to respond to the call Howard Stark made because of his affiliation with S.H.I.E.L.D., and they're going to take out the copycat and rescue the bystander she was impersonating, and lets me KO one of my heroes. So, good job, says Howard Stark. You are relieved from duty, and I get rid of a trooper there. Now Howard Stark is rescued. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Draw each tech and ranged hero you revealed. Put the rest back in the order. I'm not going to find any tech. I could find some ranged over here. Nope. I will put Zabu and Crystal back on top, though. I do get to draw a card. I should actually... So I could end up drawing Elemental Princess this turn. I could spend the throne to make it all the things, but that would be kind of a waste of a throne's favor. I think I want to take Zabu for the KO. I think, do I have the bindings in my discard pile? Oh, I already got rid of it on this side. But I can thin the deck more. So we're going to put Zabu on the top of the deck and draw him with the Asgardian warrior. So he was helpful, at least in that regard. Now that's done, Crystal is going to fight... it's Adelan versus Asgard. She's going to fight the Asgardian warrior. Oh, let me just subtract the points it cost to fight her. And now we'll fight the warrior for 3 and draw a card. And now it's going to be Zabu right there. All right. And I have this agent in my hand, but I also have a discard pile. So what am I going to do? KO one of them. KO a card from your hand or discard pile. Yeah, I'm just going to do an agent. From the discard pile, we'll let this one hang around. Zabu's gone, and that was a productive turn, I think. That was a good hand to pull for Chivalrous Duel. Alright, all I gotta do is pull another crystal card, and I can actually activate the effect with Elemental Princess. Otherwise, I can just choose not to spend the Throne's favor. And that's the kind of cool part. I can keep it loaded up for when I need it. Okay, the next 3 cards are... There we go. 1, 2, 3. Cool. So, and I get to draw one more. Maybe I'll get the other Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. Is this a Mastermind hit? This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Depends on what I draw. It's a big maybe. We will find out. Turn 17. Bullseye, once again, who has some KO power on his fight effect. I'm doing pretty good keeping the city under control. Oh, and it's back to not Chivalrous Duel. However, I only have 4 attack, which isn't going to be good for anything. Don't have any coverts to reduce Venom to 5. Even so, I would be 1 short. I got 3 recruit. And I think I'm going to take one of these underground cave-ins. Because if I berserk it, it's 2 attack. I have some ranged over here with Marrow. And I can shatter a villain in the sewers if I need to. So I'll take that for 3. And yeah, I can't fight anything. Another, wow. Venomized Strange really wants me to complete the Grand Ritual here with these bookends. I don't know, man. Oh, I almost draw all non-graves, but great hand coming up. I'm glad I drew those Doctor Strange cards instead of, you know, berserked them. Couple good turns coming up, hopefully. Turn 18 is okay. I'm fine with that, I think. Another twist. This is twist number 3. We're in a Chivalrous Duel mode once again. Kind of would have been good to get rid of these early before I could actually hit much. And the fun fact about Doctor Strange's Complete the Grand Ritual is that every single Doctor Strange hero has at least 1 4 cost and 2 cost. And they can all complete the Grand Ritual. Alright, so yeah, we're in Chivalrous Duel until the right hand's next turn. So until turn 20, we are here. So let me draw first and see what I get. So Master of the 4 Elements, 1 recruit. Doesn't really matter what hero class I pick because it's going to be all of them. So I will pick the one I don't have a lot of over here, and that is Strength. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it Instinct, actually. I'm going to draw a Trooper. Okay. So if I play all my grays, I'm at 2, 3, 4 Recruit. And I'm at 1 attack. So my max attack, if I spend the Throne's Favor, I'll get 3, 5, 8 from this, which will give me 9 total, which is 1 short from hitting the Mastermind. I don't think it's worth spending it for that. If I don't spend the Throne's Favor, I will get 3, 5 total attack, which is enough to hit Venom this turn, or Bullseye. Yeah, spending it would kind of be a waste here, unfortunately. Do I want to KO one of my heroes with the Recruit icon? I think so. I think we're going to hit Bullseye once again for 6. I have... Well, I don't have enough attack from Crystal to do that, unfortunately. I need Chivalrous Duel. So she's only at 5. So I guess I got to hit Shocker if I don't want to spend the Throne's Favor. Or Venom. So... I guess if those two, I'll hit Venom for 5. I do get the size changing bonus. So we'll do that. And that's it for that. As far as recruiting, there's one card I could take. Rictor's fine on either side. I do have ranged over here, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up Underground Cave-In over here too. Ooh, and there's Crystal's Rare. We 4-enter 1. I'm not getting a lot of recruit, so my ability to pick these up is not going to be great. I don't think. But when I recruit this, I can gain one of those classes, heroes from the HQ, that cost 4 or less. I think I have to put a bunch of them into my hand. I have to search for those, which is awesome. How much recruit do I have here? Not enough. That's fine. What are you going to do? These heroes are working together remarkably well, actually. Didn't expect that. Turn 19. Another strike. Alright, here's the city pressure. Each player puts an Asgardian warrior from the victory pile into an empty city space. Any player who cannot do so gains the bindings, and you have to do this, so I'm going to do this. I have 1 Asgardian warrior from each side. Let's go streets, let's go bank. And city's getting scary now, but I do have a really good turn this turn. So let's just draw stuff. Starting with the Cauldron, 1 recruit, and I draw into a Trooper. We'll do the second Cauldron, 1 more recruit. And I draw into, so almost at 2 cards, the Bindings. Well, I got it out of the way. Okay, so let's start with Osteogenesis. 1 recruit, 2 attack. And we are still in Chivalrous Duel this turn until turn 20. Draw 2 cards. Oh, all grays. Then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. I'm going to Berserk, so let's do the thing again. Put the Trooper on top, so we can get attack from Marrow. Keeping track, got 2 attack from Marrow over there. We're going to go with the Hyperadaptive Skeleton. Of course, if I... No, I have to put a card on top, so I have to Berserk whatever's there. 1 recruit, 1 attack, and I will Berserk that Trooper for 1 more attack from Marrow. And I got 1 attack from a Trooper. So I got 4 attack from Marrow, 1 from the Trooper. That 4 doesn't do anything extra for me. I got 1, 2, 3 recruit. I could draw more attack. We'll see what I draw. I have to fight an Asgardian warrior anyway, because I can't fight Shocker, because I can't chivalrously fight him. So we're gonna spend 3, take out this Asgardian warrior, and see what I draw into. Looks like it's a Bone Shards. All right. So I'm down to 1 attack from Marrow. I'll play Bone Shards. I could get a lot of attack from this. 2 more attack total, which is 2 more from Marrow. That's correct. And I Berserk this. Osteogenesis. So I got 1 recruit and 2 more attack, which is 2 more from Marrow. I'm just make sure I did this math correctly. I can get a rare this turn, which is cool. That's really, I didn't expect to pick up a rare. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me double check. Am I supposed to have, how much recruit am I supposed to have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I berserked Osteogenesis, and I berserked a Trooper. I'm thinking I'm only supposed to have 7 recruit. I'll come back to that. As far as attack, let me just double check. I got 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6 total from Marrow, and a 7th, and I berserked. That's right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is accurate. As far as, if anybody knows where I got that extra recruit, I don't think I remember. So, oh wait. That's where it came from, the card I covered up. Okay, that makes sense. When I cover up a card, I don't know I had it. So it's all the points are good. Great, awesome. So let's go ahead and fight and recruit. I have 6 attack, but only 5 from Marrow. So let's fight. That was very confusing for a second. All right, we're gonna take out Shocker on the rooftops for 5 chivalrously. And I have 8 recruit, legit. Again, I can count it. Now that I revealed that card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the one I berserked. Which is going to allow me to get... I guess I only needed the 7. I can take Crystal over here. And I get to put all those cards into my... Actually, it may not be the worst thing in the world to do this. On this side. Let me reveal the effect. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Put a Strength hero, an Instinct hero, a Covert hero, and a Range hero from among them into your hand and put the rest back in any order. I have most of those classes. Do I have an Instinct? I have Range and Strength. Actually, I just have mostly Range and Strength, so maybe not. But, and Rictor's not so great over here either. I don't know what I was getting so excited with the 8 recruit for. Because if I berserk him, he gives me nothing. But Shattering is great. So tempting. It's so tempting to pick up one of these. Yeah. If I berserk him, it'll be kind of a bummer. Not only will it not give me anything, but in these large decks that I have, he won't show up for a while. And with Crystal, I would really rather the other side pick up this card. However, I don't think the right side is going to be able to afford it anytime soon. Just looking at the cards I have, it's not very recruit heavy. I can't gain a free hero right now unless she's replaced with one that I can. But that's not really a huge concern of mine. It would depend on what refills, but there's no guarantee. I think I need to pick up the rare when I can. Even though she doesn't really fit with this side as well. But 4 attack is 4 attack. And I can at least put some more cards into my hand. So, you know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Crystal on the non-Crystal side. And hopefully I'll be forgiven for this. Let's see what replaces her. Cool, that actually worked out. So check it out. I can gain one of those classes. Here's the HQ that costs 4 or less. And I revealed one, so I gain a Bone Shards, which is the side I wanted Bone Shards to be on. That actually worked out quite well. Yes, I cashed in on that. I don't regret it as much. Good turn. Hey, Warp Speed. All right, Warp Speed in hand is a good sign. Because any recruit I get, I can just pump it into there if I'm trying to hit stuff. If I'm lucky, I'll pull the rare right now. I feel like I need to have already hit the Mastermind, but I'm reminding myself it is a two-handed solo game. There's still so many cards in the villain deck. So many turns to take. Okay, I got some draw power here with warp speed, which is good. Okay, Shiver of a Stool is over, unless I pull a twist here, in which case it's back on. Turn 20. Nope, another warrior shows up. Okay, so I got Trace the Fault Lines, which I can't actually do unless I play Prodigy as a copy of it, which will give me 2, 4, 6 recruit. Do I want to save Prodigy to become recruit to pick up Rictor? I don't think so. I think it's more worth it to do some KOing and maybe get one of those Doctor Strange cards out of there. So I'm going to play 1 Trace the Fault Lines for 2. I'm going to play Prodigy as a copy of Trace the Fault Lines. They cost 6 or less. Yep, we're good. And so the copy gets 2 more recruit, and I do get to investigate for a card that costs 0. So Crystal and an agent. I will choose to KO that card. And Crystal goes back to my deck. And I'm at 6 recruit total. And with that, I'm going to finally pick up a Complete the Grand Ritual. And I might be able to do this. We'll see. I'll play a 4-cost and 2-cost card this turn to get extra attack. And it's another Instinct for, for Crystal to use, which is welcome. There's the Power Cosmic, which is Focus 9. You get plus 9 attack. It's actually Server's Other Common, I think, is the one that is a bit weaker. This one's okay as long as you can generate a lot of recruit, which sometimes you can. Alright, I'm sensing that this is going to be a very good hand. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Hey, Viral Blade. Hope you didn't put any horrors in this water. I can't afford to be out of commission. I'll trust you did the right thing. Yeah, pretty good hand. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Wow, the fact that it doesn't taste like that probably says something about me. Turn 21. Craven the Hunter. We don't talk about his movie. His attack is equal to the cost of the highest cost hero in the HQ. That's going to be 7 right now. Do love that effect on him. Escape. After the normal KO, KO a hero from the HQ with the highest cost. He's looking for Rictor. We're going to start with Warp Speed. In case you're not familiar, Focus is an ability that when I play this card, I have access to for the rest of my turn. As long as I can pay the ability, I can use it as many times as I want. So Focus 2, draw a card is going to... I'm going to put it up here so we remember that it's a static ability. And hopefully. Awesome! Now you can watch Season 2 and catch up. Speaking of drawing, let's do our Digest 2. Even though I did put an Asgardian Warrior in, I've been cleaning up, so I got plenty of cards there to digest. Oh, very thematic. Awesome. If you haven't checked out Off the Cuff's MCU setups, you can type in !MCU. And he's got setups based on every season of Daredevil, including the original season on Netflix. Let's go with Osteogenesis now. 1 recruit. Awesome. I look forward to seeing that when that ends. You have a lot of work to do coming up with all the stuff that's happening. Okay, so let me just double check my points before I lose track. What did I already play? I've already forgotten what I've done here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I played Warp Speed. There it is. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 2 attack. Okay, draw 2. 1 and 2. Put 1 on top. Again, right now it doesn't matter because there's no Chivalrous Duel active. So I'll just put a Trooper on top. Play that. Let's play... I highly recommend it. It is very fun and thematic to do that. If you feel like rewatching, by the way, the Justice League animated show, anybody who's listening right now missed it earlier, in anticipation of Legendary DC on the Discord, discord.thegotopgames.com. We're doing a rewatch of the original animated Justice League show. It's free to watch on Tubi, or you can watch it wherever. And we're doing one storyline, 2 or 3 episodes per week. Come chat with us about it. Okay, so I've got 1 recruit, 1 attack. And I get extra Berserk points for things. So I'll Berserk away the Trooper for 1 attack. And let's see what Bone Shards gives me. 2 attack, and then I Berserk the College of the Cosmos, which does give me 1 recruit. And then I've got 1, 2, 3. Marrow's really good. Look at this. I have 9 recruit in a Berserk deck. This is unheard of. Right? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's what I can do. I can focus up to 4 times to draw 4 cards if I just wanted to try to hit the Mastermind here and more stuff. Or I can pick up some powerful cards. I think I want to just do some drawing. Yeah, so the Legendary What If Season 2 solicit went up, I think, over a year ago. And we don't know if it's a thing anymore. We haven't heard anything official from Upper Deck at all about it. We're just going to have to wait and see. People have had that pre-ordered for a long time. I'm going to do some focusing. Let's focus 2 to draw 1. It's a Trooper. I'll play it. We're going to focus 2 more to draw 1. And it's Underground Cave-In, Rictor. I really hope we get to see it. There's some cool stuff in there from this solicit. 2 attack, and I do get to shatter a villain in the sewers, which is great because he's the highest attack villain, so we're going to go ahead and shatter Kraven. So he is temporarily at 4 attack right now. Thank you for the water Montags. I hope it's delayed. The hero set, the Avengers Across Time, that has 14 unique cards. I really wanted to see that. Okay, and I've got 9 attack, almost enough to hit Odin, so I think we're going to draw another card. So 2 more recruit focus. It's an agent. 1 more recruit. Let's me focus again, but I'll spend 2 to draw. Wow, we got Crystal. All right. So I play Crystal's rare. 4 attack. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. I get to put 1 of each of those hero classes into my hand, put the rest back in the order. So here's what I revealed. Awesome. So I get an Osteogenesis and a Bone Shards. It doesn't matter because I'm going to draw. This is a great pull on top of the deck. And put the rest back in the order. And I'll move on in a second from that. Haven't seen much on the DC one. Try not to spoil myself. One question, will be able to merge it with Marvel. So all signs point to yes, with the exception of you're going to have opaque sleeves like I do because they're going to have a DC logo on the back instead of Marvel. The only other thing that we've seen is that a key feature of the game is there's a Hope-Fear track, kind of like the Dark Light track in Buffy, which obviously Marvel doesn't have. There are some folks who are concerned that there might be a balance issue, but considering that Devin is designing DC, and he's obviously designed all 39 sets of Marvel, I'm sure he's considered that, and we'll have a way to mix them. And the Dark and Light track won't be, or the Hope and Fear track won't be a factor. But all the city spaces are the same, hero classes are the same. I think that's like a passive sort of understanding in the design. No, Devin hasn't. Devin has only designed Legendary Marvel this entire time until DC. The other Legendary sets are from different designers. Legendary itself is Devin's design, but those other designers did take Legendary and made those other games. So I think Alien Predator, those are by Super Awesome Games, the folks who did Versus System. There's his name is escaping me, but the one who he designed Big Trouble, Little China, and recently Game of Thrones. There's a few designers who've done Legendary. Anyway, yeah. Well, Viral, there might be a way you can do it. Like if you mix up the DC and Marvel starters and you mix up the DC and Marvel twists, it might not bother you as much because you can't really tell what is what's coming. But it's worth a shot. All right, let's keep this turn going. I got a lot of attack already. Let's go with another Osteogenesis. 1 recruit, 2 attack. Let's draw 2. 1, 2. Those are the 2 I revealed. Put 1 on top of your deck. I'm going to put the agent. even though I'm going to Berserk one away, because I'd rather Berserk and then Berserk. No, I don't know if he consulted with them. I have no idea, but he did not design... he has not designed anything except for the structure of the game and all the Marvel stuff. To attack, and we're going to Berserk away that agent because we kind of have to, so 1 recruit from that. And then 1 more Berserk on top of all that. See who we get? The Binding, so nothing. That's okay, I got 19 attack. Ooh, I'm so close to hitting the Mastermind twice. Actually, no, I can't hit him twice because he's at 12 attack. Let me go ahead and give him his proper number here. He gets +1 attack for each Asgardian warrior in the city and escape pile. So he's at 12. Let's say I hit both Asgardian warriors first and drew 2 more cards. Then he'd be down to 10. I'd be down 6 attack. But I could get more. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if I can draw into some good stuff. Let's fight the first Asgardian warrior for 3. Okay, and draw a card. Then 16 attack. I draw into a trooper. I'll play the trooper for another attack. He's down to 11. Let's hit the other Asgardian warrior for 3 more. Okay. On the 14, I draw a trooper. 15. Okay, but at least I'll have enough attack to hit Kraven after this, which is kind of funny. Just enough. So I have to... He's at 10. So we're going to go ahead and spend 10. And do our first Mastermind hit. Alright. We got Divine Justice. Each other player with the bindings in their discard pile gains other bindings. Joke's on you, right side doesn't have a bindings or a discard pile at all. So nothing for that side. Sweet. Alright, with 5 attack left. I think, yeah, I'm at 5 attack. Kraven here is still shattered from earlier. After all these cards were played. This has a lot of cards played. So I'm going to hit him for 4. And he has no fight effect. So he's just gone. On the left-hand side. There we go. And with 4 recruit, I can even do some more card draws if I want to. After all that. But I think I'd rather just recruit. Do I have 4 recruit left? I must. I don't... Yeah, so from Crystal, I berserked 2 away. Yeah, I think that's accurate. We're going to go ahead and take another Rictor. He seems to be helping me out a lot over here, so I'm going to take him. And there's another Marrow. Sweet. No problem. Check out what we got. We got... I didn't expect this type of synergy to happen. We have a Marrow deck and a Crystal deck, which is really, really cool playing those together. Or simultaneously, I should say. Oh, and Warp Speed, too, gets back in there. So far, so good on that. So, 4 more hits on Odin, and then we'll be good. Avoided the escapes. Cleared out the Asgardian warriors. Having a blast while we're doing it. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Warp Speed again in hand is wonderful. It really helps me out with this Berserk stuff. Okay, turn... I never thought I'd be happy to see Warp Speed in a Berserk deck, but here we are. Turn 22, another shocker. Ambush. Each player reveals an Instinct Hero or discards a card. Did I see an Instinct Hero? I did not. So both sides have to discard. I'm going to actually keep the... I'm going to ditch the Trooper to keep the Agent for some recruiting draws. And we got 1, 2, 3. I can shatter him. 4, 5, 6, 7... I will get rid of the Agent over here on the right. That would be a really fun, kind of like Psylord type of thing. A hero with focus and berserk. That if you berserk him, you get the focus ability, or you get the focus ability of anything you berserk, which would be very funny. Anyway, I'm probably not gonna get all 4 classes, so I'm going to play Crystal first to trigger both of Rictor's effects. Just fine. And then let's investigate first to recruit. Investigate for a card that costs 0. KO or discard it. I will KO one of these 2 agents. And I'll put the other one to the bottom of the deck because I can do that with investigate. And then we're going to go ahead and shatter Shocker in the sewers. So he's only at 3. I got 2 more attack. So I'm just going to leave insult to injury. I'm going to leave Shocker alone and hit Bullseye instead. Although if I do, hold on a second, if I do that, I have to KO a hero with a recruit icon, and that's going to be Rictor, so I don't want to do that. So Bullseye's actually going to be safe. I will just have to hit Shocker with excessive violence here. Which, fun fact, you can use excessive violence whenever you want. Just it won't do anything unless you have cards that use it. So Shocker is down. Oh, I just subtracted recruit instead. Nope, I know I didn't. I'm good. I have literally just 2 recruit. Which means sidekick time. Sidekick is sidekick. Sidekick, sidekick. Grand Ritual. Ooh, I didn't get a 2. I got a 4 though. But I got Crystal's ability. Alright, can Warp Speed pull me a crazy turn again? Turn 23. Another Asgardian warrior comes in. I don't know why they keep showing up. They know what I keep doing to them. So we'll start by playing Warp Speed over here. Have the focus ability out, and hopefully I don't forget to shuffle this back in when I'm done. Next, the Cauldron of the Cosmos. I do like how Strange and the Surfer are working together. It's like a little mini Defenders reunion. If you don't know, that's my favorite Marvel team is the Defenders. Followed closely by the Annihilators. Alright, I draw the Giraffes for another recruit. Let's draw 2. Put 1 on top. 1 recruit to attack here. 1 and 2. Okay, and I'll put the agent back on top. And we'll play the second Osteogenesis. This is going to be good. 1 recruit to attack. Draw 2. 1, 2. And we'll put the agent back on top. And we got some good stuff here. I get to berserk for both recruit and attack now, and we'll berserk once, berserking that agent. And now we do 2 bone shards, 2 more attack. I berserk a Rictor, so that's 2 more attack on top of that. I'll do the second bone shards, 2 more attack, and I'll berserk away. Okay, would have rather played that, but 4 attack is 4 attack. Crystal's rare. And we're at 15 attack. Wow. I can draw some more with Warp Speed. Or I can pick... Okay, Rictor does not help me much. I'm going to just keep drawing some cards. Let's do some Warp Speeding. Hopefully we're not too fast. Montax gives me 1 more recruit. We'll spend 2 more. Got a Trooper. 1 attack. We'll spend 2 more. And we got Underground Cave-In. 2 attack. And I get to shatter the Asgardian Warrior. Who goes down a measly 1 attack to 2. Oh yeah, they're all fantastic. Let me focus one more time to get the bindings that won't go away. Alright, well, let's hit the Asgardian Warrior to draw 1 more card. Try our luck here. 2 more. It was really good and the last expansion that we have seen. I drew an agent. This is the one that was playing Galaga. So I can hit both Odin and Bullseye. So let's start by hitting Odin for 10 now that he has no more support. And Ride of the Valkyries. Each other player reveals a Enemies of Asgard ally, which you can't do, or discards a card for each Asgardian warrior in the escape pile, which is no cards. So nothing happens, except I take your tactic. Oh, I just did. Look at that. Look what I did. I'm at -9. I pressed the wrong button. I gotta go up 10 again. Hold on. And fix. There we go. And yes, I should do this. So now we're at 6, which is enough to hit bullseye for 6. Oops. And K1 of my hairs with the recruit icon, which is going to be this agent. And we take out bullseye. And that is it. That was a very productive turn. I feel like this hand's not going to be as good coming up. It's not as good. Just like I thought. This one, however, could be very interesting. Turn 24. Another twist. Alright, so that hurts a little bit because I had 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. This could have been hit on Odin, but it is Chivalrous Duel time until turn 26. So I need to generate a 10 attack from Crystal, basically, to make this work. But we'll see what I get to draw with Crystal. I'm going to choose Strength with Master of the 4 Elements, and I get to draw a card, and that card I draw is an agent. And yeah, we're not going to get to hit anything. Which means I don't have to spend the Throne's Favor this turn. So I'm at 3 total recruit. And got 1 attack from the Trooper. Just as a reminder, here's what Elemental Princess says. I could make the I could spend the Throne's Favor to make this all 4 classes. But since I'm not going to get 10 attack, this would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attack from Crystal. Not going to be enough. So I won't spend the Throne's Favor. I'll get the attack just as a formality. And then 4 from Complete the Grand Ritual. So I'm at 10 attack I cannot use. And 3 recruit I cannot use to recruit anything in the HQ. So that's fantastic. We'll get a sidekick and call it a day. And it's Rock Slide, who's more shattering. And that's it. That's kind of a bummer. But that's what happens with this scheme. I have played 4 out of 9 twists. That could keep happening to me. Who knows? Yeah, Berserk is actually a really good counter to Pull Earth into Medieval Times. I'm happy Marrow showed up early and often. Kind of a nice surprise. Okay, my next hand over here is gonna look like this. Okay. I could have enough to hit, maybe. Turn 25, still under Chivalrous Duel, is... Oh, we're going to reload it. So we are on twist 5. I think it's going to get scary on twist 7. Because I'm just going to lose on twist 9 because I have full escape victory piles. So I got to hurry this up. But now until turn 27, everything got Chivalrous Duel. I don't think this is going to be the turn to do it. But stranger things have happened. I will see. 1 recruit, and it's going to be a full shuffle, which I'm fine with because it's going to ditch these 4 agents to the discard pile. Depending on what I draw, this could turn the turn around. Maybe. Okay, let's stop shuffling and draw this. Bone Shards, okay. I only get to do 1 Berserk, because the first one only gives me 2 attack. The second one gives me 2 more attack and the Berserk. And I Berserk away. It had to be the rare. I Berserk Crystal away. Why couldn't I have drawn that? That's kind of lame. That's really lame. 2 more attack, but I only have 8 from Marrow. So I can't hit anything. 2 more. I'm at 3 recruit at least. Yeah, still can't get anything there. Wow, these turns are following a formula. I'll take Hairball as a sidekick. And move on. With Marrow showing up in the last set, do you think the Morlocks will get their own villain or hero set with Callisto as a mastermind? What would be the theme of that set? Here's my question on that one. Okay, turn 26. Another strike. Okay, so Asgardian warriors going into spaces. Now, the right-hand side now has no more Asgardian warriors. I have to mind that and let this side take some out. Although I'm still in a chivalrous duel. Crystal can do that this turn. So let's begin. I'm going to make Master of the Four Elements. Even though I have ranged cards, I'm going to make this ranged on purpose. One recruit, and I draw into an agent. Okay. Oh, I should have investigated first. Shouldn't I have? 2 recruit. Investigate for a card that costs 0. KO or discard it. Okay. Well, I'll KO the trooper. And I'll put the psychic on top. Like I mentioned, Defenders is my favorite team. So an ensemble hero set that had Hulk, Surfer, Namor, and Strange would be my dream ensemble hero set. I think it would be a lot of fun. 2 more recruit. And 2, 4, 5 attack. I've got... Well, I mean, they could do an X-Men 97 set. A lot of repeat characters, but, you know, I don't think anybody will complain. I can hit a Asgardian warrior with chivalrous duel for 3, which I should do. So I'll spend 3. Let's take out the Asgardian warrior here. And I'll draw the sidekick that I had before. I'll play the sidekick to draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. It is going well today. I'm happy to be back with the Randomizer League. I almost forgot about it. Well, the Randomizer stream and two-handed solo is a learning curve to get back into it. I'm gonna do this so I can actually. I can't. Rockslide is gonna allow me to hit the Asgardian warrior. Or will he? I have to play Elemental Princess. Hold on, I gotta decide what I'm doing with this. So if I play Elemental Princess and I spend the Throne's Favor, it's not gonna do anything for me, so I'll play it without spending. I'm not spending this Throne at all. Such a good card, I haven't been able to use it. I think I'm gonna save Rockslide, and hit the Asgardian Warrior for 3 Chivalrous Duel just with this 1 Elemental Princess card, and see what I end up drawing. So I took out both of them, which is great. Let me reduce my attack and draw an agent. Okay, 1 more agent. I'm at 6, which is good. I could take... Now, Leech would be a very interesting hero set. Or villain group. That'd be kind of a bummer if you pulled that, right? So focus 9 to get 9. I don't know if that's great for this side. I don't have a lot of recruit. However, this will give me a 3 recruit card to get some of these things out of here. I still kind of have time to do that. I could also complete the Grand Ritual. Over here, I do have 2s and 4s and 6s. I don't need 6, I just need 2 and 4. Well, the 2s are like sidekicks. But I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna take the Power Cosmic, so maybe I can use this to recruit other things. Who knows? Who knows if that'll help me out? And that's that. 2, 3, 4. I'm having the illusion of having plenty of time. But once I get to those higher twists, after the next twist, I'm going to start having to put stuff in the escape pile. I will lose on twist 9 no matter what. Because my victory piles are full. Alright. Kind of a hodgepodge of cards in my hand over there. Turn 27 is a twist again. I had just reset it, now it's back. So, Chivalrous Duel again for 2 more turns. This is really killing me. Until turn 29. But I have a lot of Marrow cards. There's a chance I can get 10 attack with Marrow. Let's find out what happens. First, Osteogenesis. I really hope it's not Osteogenesis and I'm saying it wrong this entire time. Sounds like I was saying it right. I'm not saying Meryl, but okay. Draw 2 cards. I said Marrow. How should I enunciate it? It's just kind of hard to hear. Okay, I gotta put a card on top of the deck. It's okay. I'm sure our accents are very different. I understand it is Genesis, but it sounds like I should pronounce it like other words that start with osteo. I should probably consult the I'll put the bindings on top for a sec. Probably consult the pronunciation guide. Okay, so we're gonna do it again. Either osteogenesis or osteogenesis. Recruit 2 attack. Draw 2. There's the bindings. And this. Yes, maybe I'm saying it wrong. You know what? I want to check pronunciation officially because I might be totally misinformed. It's not a very common word. Okay, you are all right. It is pronounced osteogenesis. I think I was pronounced like osteoporosis, something. All right, I'm gonna say osteogenesis now, and you can erase the rest from history in this, you know. Off the cuff, didn't you work on a Doctor Who legendary once upon a time? Okay. I gotta put a card back on top of the deck at this point. Yes, I remember that. Let's put... I need that attack, so I'm gonna put the Trooper back on top. But I might do this in a different way. I'm gonna play Warp Speed to give me the focus ability. I look forward to it. I think it'll do well in the Clug. So I gotta keep track of Chivalrous. I got 4 attack from Marrow. That's where I'll keep track of her attack. I should also track Rictor's. I'm gonna have some attack from him. I guess I have to Berserk now. Appreciated. And I'll Berserk away the Shield Trooper, which is only gonna give me I'm at 7 total attack with Marrow, which is not enough. Not enough for Odin. But I don't get to shatter anybody either, so I got 4 attack from Rictor. So as you can see, I've got plenty of attack to hit Odin if he wasn't so chivalrous. I do have enough recruit to start drawing some more cards, so we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna play my giraffes, and we'll do some focusing and see if I draw more attack that Marrow can generate. So it's 2 recruit, and I draw Cauldron of the Cosmos, which will give me 1 recruit and a draw. Okay, that's another recruit. That's true. At least there won't be any chivalrous duel on those twists. But the clock will start ticking down. 2 more recruit focus and draw into another Marrow card. And I get to do a Berserk. I Berserk an agent for 1 more recruit. I'm at 8 attack from her. Alright, let's keep going. 2 more recruit focus. And I draw a Trooper. I'll play the Trooper for 1 attack. And this is going to be a reshuffle if I do this, which is dangerous. I'm going to do it. 2 more recruit and another card draw. Best case scenario, if I don't hit Odin, I can get rid of this bindings finally by doing nothing. Okay, draw. All right. Now we're talking. Even though Crystal can't be used to actually hit Odin, I can draw a Marrow with her, hopefully. Top 4 cards in my deck. I get one of these ranged cards, and it's going to be Marrow, of course. Put the rest back in any order so I can choose how to Berserk. I'm going to put the other Marrow on top of the deck. I don't regret taking Crystal's Rare over here now. I'll play Bone Shards, 2 attack, and I Berserk away the other one for 2 more. I guess I didn't have to do that. Actually, I can reorder. I'll put the Trooper on top, so I Berserk that instead. So I'm actually at 20, and I got 3 attack from her, so I'm at 11, and that'll leave these 2 in any order. I'll put Marrow on top, right? I actually get to hit him now, which is great. So I have 11 attack from Marrow. Let's spend 10 of her attack. She's going to hit Odin directly. And yeah, we do it. I think I might have missed the attack calculation, but it's not going to matter. Okay, next tactic is Riches of Asgard. Oh wait, it could matter now. Shoot, how much attack did I have? Because I can focus some more. What am I at? Was I supposed to be at 12 or 10? I was at 20. I think I'm supposed to be at 10. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree. All right, so +1 recruit for each Asgardian warrior in your victory pile. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So suddenly I got more focusing to do. And I gotta figure out my attack values for other things. Or if I just want to recruit this turn. But anyway, that's gone. So I have 1 attack from Marrow left. I have 4 attack from Crystal. I'm not going to get any more attack from her. Rictor, I've got 4 attack from over here. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I could keep going with the draws. It'll help me get through the deck faster, if nothing else. So let's just see what happens. Let's focus 2 and draw. More Bone Shards. So this is very funny. 2 more attack, which is 2 from Marrow, and I Berserk away a Cauldron for 1 more recruit. We will spend 2 recruit to draw Hairball, who I forgot about. 1 attack, draw another card. Hairball goes away. I'll play the agent. I'll spend 2 more recruit to draw an agent. And I'll spend my final 2 recruit to draw an agent. Again, I went through the deck pretty fast, so I got my discard pile cards back, which I'm cool with. I can't do anything else with that attack. So that is going to be it for the turn. I pretty much almost drew my entire deck. 2 troopers left. So yeah, if you can't do KO, recruit a lot of things and hopefully try to find a way to mill through the deck, which Strange and Marrow have been able to help me do. Okay. So far, so good, I think. Just 2 more hits to do on Odin. If I was facing a tougher Mastermind, I think I would have lost by now. Or got close to losing. Alright. Weird hand. I keep getting warp speed. It keeps coming back to my hand like I had faded futured it, which is very funny. Turn 28 is another twist. So yeah, so we're in Chivalrous Duel until... Oh, that was twist number 7, actually. Each player puts a villain from the victory pile into the escape pile. I can't recall if I am in Chivalrous Duel. Did I pull a twist last turn? I think I did, so I'm still in Chivalrous Duel till turn 29. But no more after that. So I gotta put stuff into the escape pile. I don't want to put Asgardian warriors into the escape pile because that'll power up Odin. So I gotta pick somebody else. Who's worth the least amount of VP? Looks like it's gonna be a Moonstone on the left going to the escape pile. Which is a bummer for my my league score, but I feel like a lot of other folks are gonna be in the same boat. It's 1 escape. Right hand side is going to be one of my 3 VPers, Shockers, going to the escape pile. That is 2 escapes. I'm allowed 2 more, so after the 2 more twists, that's it. 2 more hits on Odin. Here we go. Still in Chivalrous Duel. Unless I'm not, but I'm pretty sure I am. Don't have a 2 or 4 to play, so we're just going to get 4 attack. Yeah, again, Elemental Princess isn't really doing much. Yeah, Crystal's hard to make work, especially if you can't really thin the deck. If I did do this, I could shatter a villain in the sewers, but that's not going to be doing anything. Yeah, I can't really do anything this turn. 2 more attack, 1 more attack, and 2 recruit. I have enough to hit him if it wasn't Chivalrous Duel time. So, we can just feel good about that. I'll get another sidekick for 2. It is Lockheed, coming back for more. And that's it. Good news is, no more Chivalrous Duel for the rest of the game. Bad news is, 2 more twists and I lose. Turn 29, another warrior coming in, which I should be keeping track of this, puts Odin up to 11. Let's draw and focus. We'll play Warp Speed once again to recruit, and the ability to keep drawing as long as I can spend recruit on it. Another Cauldron to draw Crystal's rare. A good card to draw, not Berserk. Awesome. Let's play it. 4 attack. Let's see what the top 4 cards in my deck are. I got a Strength and I got a Arranged. So I'll get 1 Osteogenesis and 1 Cauldron of the Cosmos. The rest go back in any order. Let's put Osteogenesis on top. Followed by, we're going to just spend 2 recruit immediately to draw the other Osteogenesis. Let's Cauldron of the Cosmos, 1 recruit to draw the agent that was on top. And now we get to see what else is there. More Osteogenesis, 1 recruit, 2 attack, top 2 cards of the deck. We draw them both. And no Berserking yet. So here it doesn't really matter what I put on top. So we'll put Montax on top. And Osteogenesis, 1 recruit, 2 attack. Draw him again. And Hyperadaptive Skeleton, which does a Berserk. Let's again, doesn't really matter. So I'll put a Trooper on top there. We'll play the Skeleton for 1 recruit, 1 attack, and we Berserk away the Trooper for 1. Actually, I could hold off. I could draw with the Warrior and try to Berserk something else first. That actually sounds fun, so let me hold off. I'm going to have enough attack to hit Odin anyway, so I have 8 attack, 4, 6, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. Let's hit the Asgardian Warrior for 3. So we get to draw the card. We get to draw the Trooper. And now we'll play Hyper-Adaptive Skeleton. 1 attack, 1 recruit, and I Berserk whatever this is. Draft Patrol, so 1 more recruit. Yeah, it was worth a shot. Underground Cave-In. I probably should have shattered the Warrior first, but I just didn't do that. 3 more attack. 2 recruit. And he's at 10. I got 11. Let's hit him again. And the final tactic is Might of Valhalla. Draw a card for each Asgardian warrior in your victory pile. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could I potentially end the game here? Depends on how much more attack I can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Let's see what I can do. More Berserking. I might be able to do it here. 2 attack, and I Berserk Rictor for 2 more attack. We'll take Bone Shards, 2 more attack, and Berserk away another Bone Shards for 2 more attack. This is going to do it. And a Trooper to round out that final 10 to hit him 1 more time. I could draw some more with the agents, but there's nothing to get VP from anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and explode Odin here. And we have won our first game back into the randomizer. And that is done. Very impressed by Marrow in this game. I'm not super surprised. That was a ton of fun. How much time did that take? I feel like that was quick. For just about, you know, under 2 hours of actual gameplay, which is not bad for a two-handed solo game. Great. I'm happy about that. Thank you very much. I'm going to show you how to enter your score. I'm going to enter my score right now onto Legendary Leagues. Actually, I'll do it after the fact. I'll just count out my stuff. You know what's there. Right. I have stopped doing that because I'm on different platforms now and everybody can do it. This makes it easier this way. But you can still chat about it though. Anyway, let's count out my VP. I took 29 turns. I have 2 escapes, unfortunately, because of that twist. But if I'm playing the league, I'm not going to feel too bad about it because a lot of other people are going to have at least 2 escapes because they're going to get to this number of twists. So it's not the death sentence it usually is for the league. Left-hand side got 1. Oh, that's a tactic, not a. That's a tactic. Let me do those. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Wow. Left side got. I shouldn't be surprised. all 5 Odin cards. 30, 34, 38, 41, 45, 47, 50, 51, 52 VP on the left. Let's do that. And then on the right-hand side, it's going to be a bit less. You do get points by watching, and then I think you get extra on Twitch. You get extra channel points by watching consecutive streams. If you get a streak, you get more points that way. 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, and I got some bystanders. 14, 15. Not as much on the right. Still a respectable amount of city clearing. That's my VP. You can play this right now if you go to the league page, and I will reveal the results of this game, Odin Pulls Earth into Medieval Times, next week at this time, 6 p.m. on Thursday, and I will be keeping this up as long as I can. Thank you guys for being very flexible with my stream changes over this past year. It's been kind of a crazy year for me. I'm happy to be back in a more of a stable place where I can do the randomizer stream again. And then I will be playing a solo stream sometime this month with the member challenges. Don't forget to sign up for the tournament. The tournament signups will close very, very soon in just a few days. Go to tournament.bageltalkgames.com or discord.bageltalkgames.com to sign up for that. And I hope you guys enjoy what we have planned for that. Okay. I'm going to say take care now, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. See y'all later. Thank you for coming by.